you need some support.
Would you be okay with a white organization called White Lives Matter if they need help? Or would you be okay with them forming an organization called White Lives Matter?
I don't see why my opinion matters about that.
Would you be okay with that? Personally, would it be okay with you?
I think life matters.
That's not what I asked. I asked because you said you're okay, you support the organization Black Lives Matter. I'm asking you, would you personally be okay with an organization called White Lives Matter?
I don't know. You had to take that question to a white person.
Some black people believe that Jesus was black. Do you believe Jesus was black?
I think that was at one point necessary when we were not as literate. We had not been allowed to read, to have access to various kind of historical literature or biblical literature. And the pictures we were seeing was of a Jesus that was always white, but I don't believe that Jesus is neither. So I'm more tend to believe that while he is not directly African, he could very well have been because of the geography and the separation of the land mass. So he could have been.
I'm black and slow rap. Do you believe that Jesus was black? For those black people who are confused about that, do you believe Jesus was black?
Well, I think Jesus is a person of color.
How about black?
I don't know about black. I think he was. I'm sure he was a person of color. But that's not the point. His complexion didn't save me. His complexion did not pay the price.
So what do you say to those blacks who are running around trying to believe and prove that Jesus was black? What do you say to them right now?
I think that's okay.
Just think he was black?
I think that's okay. I don't think that's going to harm anything. If they think that Jesus was black, it affirms who they are. I think if you're going to embrace God, you would want to think of God in a way that supports who you are, your situation, your life.
So do you believe he was white?
I think if you're white, you have to believe whatever helps you to affirm yourself.
So you have to believe Jesus, whatever color you are?
I think that Jesus is the color Jesus was. I don't think that the color is the point. So when you ask me, what color is he? That's not something that drives my faith at all.
I know, but there's so many blacks who hate, especially those who hate white people. They're pretending that they believe Jesus was black. And I just personally think that's a horrible mistake for them to believe that, because they would never know him if they think he was black. Because he wasn't black. And you agree to that, right?
Well, I think I've said what I think about where he was from, and I don't think that there's the value on the color. The color issue is an American issue, strongly for us as African blacks in America. And I know that we've dealt with all kinds of things related to the color line, but I don't think that's not the way I present the gospel.
Pastor, I've noticed that in the black churches, they've gone very weak and they're ineffective in the black churches, primarily because they have now allowed the black women to become preachers, and the black preachers are afraid to be honest with the women and all that. Would you ever let your wife become a pastor or a preacher or a bishop or anything like that? Would you ever allow her to do that?
Well, it's not left up to me. I don't see why that question comes as if I would have a choice.
What do you mean?
I think that would be a tragic error.
But you're the head of your wife. Would you ever let her be a preacher?
Well, I would not try to stop her from being a preacher.
Why not? If you do, she's going to be the head of you then, and that wouldn't work out.
I don't believe that you're ahead in terms of lording over. I think I answered that question.
Right, you answered that question. But would you let your wife become a preacher?
I think you heard me say earlier that we have the freedom of choice. And as such, people are allowed to make their choices. And they could be like Eve. You consider that bad or good. But they have a right to make their choice, and I wouldn't try to take the divine privilege.
But would you let her know she's wrong and that God doesn't call women to be preachers?
I don't know what God would do, because there are a lot of women in the Bible who were preachers and prophetess and et cetera, et cetera.
Is it a mistake for the black men in these black churches to let women be preachers?
I think it's up to that church. I think that everybody has gifts and graces, and they can use that to the good of the kingdom and the bringing of the beloved community.
Do you believe that women are strong or weak?
I think that they could be either way. I don't think to say either way would be to put everybody in the same bag, and I'm too used to that to try that. I wouldn't do that.
I never met a strong woman. What is a strong woman?
Well, I think you'd have to check with some women on that and see what they believe a strong woman is.
But what do you say a strong woman? You believe women are strong. They can be strong or weak. What is a strong woman?
I think people are strengthened by a sense of self-identity.
But what is a strong woman? I've never seen one. What is it?
I'm sorry, but I think I just answered that question.
No, you said people.
I know it probably went better.
I know. See, I'm black and slow. I need to be precise.
I understand. I don't mind repeating myself.
Okay, what is a strong woman?
Well, I think a person who understands who they are has a good sense of self-identity.
Have you ever seen a strong woman?
And I don't know what you mean. Can you define what you mean by a strong woman?
I don't think women are strong. I don't think that it exists. So I'm asking you, what does a strong woman look like? What is a strong woman? For those who don't know.
I just would like for you to give me your definition, then I can answer.
I'm saying that there's no such thing as a strong woman.
Yeah. Okay, then I have to say I don't know how to answer that.
But you believe there is such a thing, right, as a strong woman?
Depending on what you call a strong woman.
What do you call a strong woman?
A person. I think people are strengthened by their sense of self-identity.
Do you know a strong woman? Have you ever seen one?
I know a lot of women who appear to be self-actualized. Yeah.
Yes. All right. You said appear to be. Do you personally know a strong woman?
I know a lot of women who have a good sense of their self-identity, yes.
But do you personally know a strong woman?
Well, I'm going to let you have that one. How about that?
Do you support Black Lives Matter, that organization called Black Lives Matter?
I think that in our country, the push for the recognition that Black Lives Matter is necessary. I think that when you're looking for a healthier, a better society, it takes a lot of effort.
I'm asking though, do you support the organization Black Lives Matter?
Yes, and I support any organization that is for the betterment of the human race.
Do you support White Lives Matter organization?
Well, I'm too busy trying to support people.
How about White Lives Matter? Do you support that organization?
I think every life matters, whatever color.
How about White Lives Matter? Do you support? You said you support Black Lives Matter, the organization. Do you support the organization White Lives Matter?
I don't think if I was white, I'm pretty sure I'd support White Lives Matter. I support all life matter.
I'm asking you, do you support White Lives Matter, the organization?
I support Life Matters.
But you said you support the organization Black Lives Matter. So yeah. I'm asking you, do you support the organization?
White Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter.
But that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, do you support the organization White Lives Matter?
No, I'm not aware of that organization. Have you heard of that organization?
I just heard of it right now.
White Lives Matter.
Yeah, I just not heard of it right now. Let me ask you this.
And so if you think that you need better help, maybe you need an organization. Maybe you need some support.
Would you be okay with a white organization called White Lives Matter if they need help? Or would you be okay with them forming an organization called White Lives Matter?
I don't see why my opinion matters about that.
Would you be okay with that? Personally, would it be okay with you?
I think life matters.
That's not what I asked. I asked because you said you're okay, you support the organization Black Lives Matter. I'm asking you, would you personally be okay with an organization called White Lives Matter?
I don't know. You had to take that question to a white person.
But I'm asking a black person who support the Black Lives Matter. Would you? And you're a reverend, you're a doctor, you're a preacher. Would you support White Lives Matter organization?
Yeah. What would it do?
The same thing Black Lives Matter is doing.
Which is what?
Supported Black lives, I guess.
Okay.
So would you support White Lives Matter organization?
I think I'm going to leave that to you.
Amazing. Amazing.